And if you look at what...
Let me just bring in the Honorable here. So that sounds like a sensible strategy under the circumstances, no?
Yeah. Well, like I said there are 3 main bills before us. And from Tuesday next week, we are starting the debate on the general principle.
Let me just ask something to clarity. My understanding of the 3 bills is that the first bill that you have is the PIGB as brought to you from the Senate with another bill that was brought by a member. So in essence, the PIGB has become a new bill in the House. Is that correct?
Well, we have consolidated them because don't forget that to the credit of the 8th National Assembly, both the Senate and the House of Rep, these are bills that are brought up by ourselves because we are sure, we are concerned about what Nigeria, we're not waiting for executive bill. The one that came in 2004, 2005, 2007, that had nothing. So we already know what we want, what the Nigerian that we represent wanted, and that is why I can assure you that the Speaker have mobilized us, the main committees and the whole House, that this bill must be a priority.
Okay, I have a question to ask about practicalities.
Yes.
The PIGB came down to you.
Yes.
My understanding of the way the law works is that if you had a bill similar, you could sit down and harmonize, or you could choose to pass the PIGB. By taking another bill and linking it to the PIGB, essentially you've created a new bill.
No, we also have it. We also have our own governance bill.
What's the second part that you added?
No. When the one of Senate came, we consolidated it with the one we already have so that we can debate it together.
And the one that you have, what areas does it cover? What areas of the PI?
In fact, there are similarities there. Yes. There are similarities in it, the governance and in the regulation, mean the men. There are similarities.
Okay. Yes. No, sir, please, let's speak to the gentleman in front here.
I think we need to put things in perspective. My name is Senator Albert. I am the chairman, Senate Committee on Gas. There is no complexities between the National Assembly and the Senate. Yes, at some point, definitely there will be a conference of the 2 chambers. Yes. The House of Representatives must do its job. The Senate has done a part of its job. We are at the verge of taking the other 2 parts. The House has consolidated their own 3 parts. At the point of conference, we'll definitely reconcile and come up with just one version, whether it is in the fiscal, whether it is the host community, whether it is in governance. So there is no contradiction whatsoever. And I think the leadership of the 2 chambers are working together. So I think we should specify that there's no complexity whatsoever, and at the right time, the right thing will get done.
The gentleman at the back, please tell us who you are, sir, please.
My name is David Ogolo, the executive director of ANEDGE. I think when the Senate passed the PIGB, the impression created was that petroleum industry bill has been passed. Hello. Yes.
He is right, because even the headlines in the newspaper said
read all the newspaper. Oh, excuse me, please. Don't shut me down.
Okay, please carry on.
What happened is that immediately the PIB was passed, the news in the media was that petroleum industry bill has been passed, and that was not true. It was just an aspect of the petroleum industry bill. Yeah. As a matter of fact, a this day article by one of the aides to the Senate President, Shooks, the following day said, "We have delivered on petroleum industry bill." That was an article he wrote in this day. So that was the misinformation. But for the House of Rep, they are considering the 3 bills. And what the House of Rep is considering, it is not the petroleum industry governance bill. And let me just use this opportunity to cease to say that, first, one of the key challenges is that the executive have failed to take responsibility to provide leadership, 1. And then 2, the reason why the reform for the sector is very important and urgent is not about doing business. It's about the people of Niger Delta. It's about the victim, the people that own the oil. It's about that the fact that Nigerians have been shortchanged by the international oil companies. And so you cannot take one aspect of the bill and ignore the other aspect. And one, for example, the issue of fiscal policy. Now, on the issue of fiscal policy, Nigeria is being shortchanged by the International Oil Company. And then on the Host Oil Committee, we're not even talking about the benefit for the people, but the environment. And if you look what is happening in the environment, there is need to take an urgent step. So that is the priority that I think we should be talking about.
We have maybe 2 minutes to break, and I want to bring the labor, I want to bring unions in, because you will get an opportunity to talk. But let me just quickly, yes sir, but you have really just a minute, and I have to go to break.
Yes, my name is Dr. Francis Adegwe. I'm a member of the PIB technical committee team. It is necessary to have some clarity as regarding some of these issues. The first one is that the PIB has a principle upon which it is situated, that is, it is drafted, and that is we try to create a tripartite arrangement where you distinguish the responsibilities of key actors in the industry. The first key actor is the minister, and the PIB allocates specific responsibilities of policy making to the minister. There's the commercial aspect of the industry, and the PIB attempts to also segment that commercial sector. Then you also have the regulator. So these three key aspects is what forms the PIB. So you have the PIGB. So you have the minister, who is the policy maker, you have the regulator, and you have the commercial entities. Now, the attempt is to create some independence between these key actors.
But what the last gentleman seems to be saying is that actually they think this attempt to pass the PIGB piecemeal does not serve Nigeria or the people of the Niger Delta well.
No.
That's what I seem to be hearing. But
well, if I may say, that is not correct at all. We've worked with the technical committee on this PIB since 2009, and we know that it is very difficult to consider the entire PIB as a whole. It's a voluminous document. The issues are many. So the thinking of Senate is to segment these issues.
Okay, sir, I have to stop you because I really do want to bring in labor here. Okay, sir, please tell us who you are.
Okay, my name is it on?
It's working. Just talk.
So my name is Comrade Chikonebu. I'm the chairman of Pengasan and Nopeng PIB committee. Let me first of all say that let me join in commending the Senate because the 2008 PIB and 2F were actually executive bill, and in the current dispensation, the executive have not actually forwarded any PIB or PIGB or whatever it is to the National Assembly. So in that circumstance, you expect to see the kind of issues we are having now with the Senate and the House of Reps, because they are the ones considering the various aspects of the bills that they want to actually pass and how they want to pass it. So the executive not taking responsibility is part of the issues. On the PIGB, I think it's a step forward, but I think that it has to be quickly followed, because the issue is that one of the objectives of the PIGB is to foster a conducive business environment. Mm-hmm. If you don't address the host community issues, you cannot foster a conducive business environment.
Okay, I'm going to have to take a quick break. Don't go away.
So when we come, I will continue.
No, it is our turn. Yeah.
I need to.
Mr. Speaker, this is the almighty PIB bill that has been long awaited, and it's a very important bill. But because of its importance, Mr. Speaker, I'll be craving your indulgence and the indulgence of this House to have this matter stepped down to Tuesday the 13th. This is because several members have come and said because of the importance they needed to digest and prepare for full debate, as they were not fully aware that it was coming up this morning. And so that is why I crave your indulgence after due consultation that this matter be stepped down to Tuesday the 13th of this month.
Matter stepped down to Tuesday the 13th of June 2017 by leave of the House.